Walmart just issued a warning. Not a rumor, not a leak, an official warning. 16 foods are about to cost you more, a lot more. This isn't a small price bump. This is the start of something bigger. Supply chains are cracking, suppliers are panicking, shelves are thinning out. If you shop at Walmart, this affects you directly. Stick around, because number 1 will change how you shop this month. Let's start the countdown. Number 16, coffee. Coffee prices are exploding right now. Brazil and Vietnam grow most of the world's coffee. Both are getting hit by drought and disease. Global coffee stockpiles are at their lowest levels in over a decade. Walmart buyers are already paying more per pound at auction. That cost doesn't stay with Walmart. It comes straight to you. Families who drink coffee every morning are about to feel it in their wallet. And coffee is just the beginning. The next item hits even closer to home. Number 15, eggs. Eggs have already spiked once. Now they're spiking again. Avian flu is tearing through poultry farms across the country. Millions of birds have been culled this year alone. Fewer birds means fewer eggs. Fewer eggs means higher prices. Walmart shelves have already shown gaps in the egg aisle in some states. Families are being forced to ration something as basic as breakfast. But eggs aren't the only breakfast staple in trouble. Wait until you hear about the next one. Number 14, orange juice. Florida's orange groves are dying. Citrus greening disease has wiped out entire farms. Orange production is down to levels not seen in almost a century. Walmart's orange juice supply is shrinking fast, and prices are following. A carton that cost $4 could soon cost $7 or $8. This is a slow collapse of an entire American industry. And the next food on this list touches almost every meal you eat.
Number 13, cooking oil. Cooking oil is quietly becoming a luxury item. Sunflower oil supplies from overseas have been disrupted for years. Soybean and canola crops are facing unpredictable weather across the Midwest. Walmart has already adjusted shelf pricing on major oil brands. This hits every household, every kitchen, every recipe. When oil prices rise, the price of everything cooked in it rises too. The next item is one family's stockpile without even realizing why. Number 12, rice. Rice is a global staple, and the global supply is under threat. Extreme weather has damaged rice paddies in major exporting countries. Some nations have restricted rice exports entirely to protect their own citizens. That means less rice reaching American shelves, including Walmart's. Prices are climbing, and analysts warn this could get worse before it gets better. For millions of families, rice is not optional. It's a survival food. But the next item might surprise you. It's one of America's favorite proteins. Number 11, beef. Beef prices are already near record highs, and they're not slowing down. Cattle herds across the country have shrunk to their smallest size in decades. Drought has destroyed grazing land. Ranchers are being forced to sell early. Walmart's beef supply chain is feeling the pressure at every level. A family pack of ground beef could soon cost double what it did 2 years ago. This is not a temporary spike. This is a structural shortage. And what's coming next affects nearly every processed food on the shelf. Number 10, wheat and flour. Wheat is the backbone of the American diet. Bread, pasta, cereal, baked goods, all of it depends on wheat. Global wheat supplies have been rattled by conflict, drought, and export bans. Walmart's flour prices have already ticked upward this year. If wheat keeps climbing, the price of basic bread could become unrecognizable. This is the kind of shortage that touches every single meal of the day. The next item on this list is one most people never think twice about until it disappears. Number 9. Sugar. Sugar prices are rising fast, and most shoppers haven't noticed yet. Major sugar-producing regions have been hit by unpredictable rainfall and heat waves. Global sugar reserves are shrinking year over year. Walmart's baking aisle is already showing the early signs of price creep. This affects everything from your morning coffee to your child's birthday cake. Sweetness is quietly becoming expensive. But the next item is something almost every American household relies on daily. Number 8. Chicken. Chicken was supposed to be the affordable protein. That's changing fast. Avian flu outbreaks have hit chicken farms just as hard as egg farms. Feed costs for poultry have risen sharply due to grain shortages. Walmart's chicken prices are climbing across nearly every product line. For budget-conscious families, chicken was the fallback option. Now even that is slipping away. When the cheap protein gets expensive, there's nowhere left to turn. The next item is one that entire communities depend on for survival. Number 7. Milk and dairy. Dairy farms across the country are shutting down at an alarming rate. Feed costs, labor shortages, and drought have pushed many farmers out of business. Fewer dairy farms means a shrinking milk supply nationwide. Walmart has already flagged rising costs across milk, cheese, and butter. This hits children, families, and schools that rely on affordable dairy every single day. When milk becomes a luxury, something in this country has gone seriously wrong. And the next item is one you probably use every single day without thinking about it. Number 6. Canned vegetables. Canned vegetables were the emergency backup for struggling families. Not anymore. Aluminum tariffs and packaging shortages have driven up canning costs dramatically. Vegetable harvests have also been disrupted by extreme weather across farming regions. Walmart's canned goods aisle is quietly becoming more expensive, shelf by shelf. This was supposed to be the affordable, long-lasting option. That safety net is fraying. Families who stockpile canned food for hard times are now paying more to prepare. The next item is one tied directly to the collapse of American farmland itself. Number 5. Potatoes. Potatoes are one of the cheapest, most reliable foods in America. That's under threat. Major potato growing states have faced brutal droughts back to back. Water restrictions have forced farmers to cut planting acreage significantly. Walmart's potato prices, from fresh to frozen to chips, are all trending upward. This is a staple food, a comfort food, a survival food, and it's getting harder to afford. When something this basic becomes expensive, it's a warning sign for the whole system. The next item is one that reveals just how fragile the seafood supply chain has become. Number 4. Seafood. Seafood prices are becoming unstable in ways experts didn't predict. Overfishing, warming oceans, and shipping disruptions have all collided at once. Import costs on shrimp, salmon, and tuna have spiked sharply this year. Walmart's seafood counter is already reflecting these rising global costs. For coastal communities and everyday families alike, seafood is slipping out of reach. This is what happens when an entire ecosystem and an entire supply chain break down together. And the next item is one tied directly to America's shrinking farmland. Number 3. Fresh produce. Fresh fruits and vegetables are becoming a genuine financial strain for families. Droughts in California and the Southwest have crippled major growing regions. Labor shortages have made harvesting more expensive and less reliable. Walmart's produce section has seen some of the sharpest price increases this year. Healthy eating is becoming a privilege instead of a basic right. Number 2. Baby formula. Baby formula shortages have already caused nationwide panic once. It could happen again. Supply chains for formula remain fragile, with limited manufacturers controlling most of the market. Any disruption, A recall, a factory shutdown, a shipping delay can trigger empty shelves overnight. Walmart has already dealt with formula shortages and price spikes in recent years. For new parents, this isn't an inconvenience, it's a crisis. When the food that keeps infants alive becomes unstable, that's not an economic issue anymore. That's a warning. And now, the final item, the one tying every single warning on this list together. Number 1, Walmart's own private label brands. Walmart's own store brands, the ones millions of families rely on to save money, are rising in price too. These brands were supposed to be the affordable alternative when name brands got too expensive. Now, even Walmart's cheapest option is no longer cheap. Internal cost pressures, supplier price hikes, and shrinking margins have forced adjustments across their entire private label lineup. When the discount option starts costing more, there is no fallback left for struggling families. This is the clearest sign yet that the entire grocery system is under strain, from the top all the way down to the bottom shelf. 16 foods, one warning, one unmistakable trend. This isn't about one bad harvest or one bad year. This is about a food system stretched to its breaking point. Droughts, disease, shrinking farmland, broken supply chains, they're all colliding at the same time. Walmart, the largest grocery retailer in America, is telling you directly, prices are going up and they're not coming back down anytime soon. The families who prepare now, who plan ahead, who understand what's coming, will be in a far better position than those who wait until the shelves are empty and the prices have already doubled. This is your warning. What you do with it next is up to you.